What's going on, you guys? Today's video is gonna be on replacing a shift solenoid on a 2004 Chevy Silverado. We can show you that the truck has the check engine light. Now the instrument cluster, that's a different story. You know, customer got mad and threw his phone at it and he actually broke it. Now that's something, you know, that we're gonna have to fix maybe later, but I do want to just focus, you know, on the check engine light for now. I'm actually waiting for the scanner to read the codes. There we go. I'm gonna slow it down just a little so I can show you. We got a P0101 and a P0753, and then the other one is the pending, which is the same one. The P0101 is actually a mass airflow sensor, and for that one we're gonna be taking it off, and we're actually maybe gonna clean it, and if the check engine light comes back on, then we're just gonna go ahead and replace it. Now for the P0753, that's actually a shift solenoid 1 and 2, and then also a shift solenoid 3 and 4. Now the 753, that's actually specifically just for the 1 and 2, the first two shifts, you know. Now they also go by shift solenoid A and then shift solenoid B, so A and B. So when you go to a store and you want to replace that, just go by shift solenoid 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or just by shift solenoid A and B. So we're actually home already. I'm gonna put it in park. And if you ever have a trouble, you know, with your RPM, you know, like right now my truck is actually running, but the RPM says that it's 0. That's actually a quick fix, you know. So you just put your finger in there and then raise the RPM up to 600, and then we're good now. So when you give it gas, it goes back to 0. It should go back to 0. I guess not, it levels up. But yeah, that's a quick fix, I guess, for the RPM. So just let me know if you like it, if you think it's funny. But the truck actually feels fine, not because the shift solenoid are saying that it's bad, you know, it's gonna be shifting funny or it's gonna act like it doesn't want to go. It actually drives and feels fine. And so now it's time to work. Okay, so I actually decided to skip the first few minutes of the video by raising the car up. So what we're gonna be doing is gonna be getting underneath the truck. So we're gonna be coming over to the transmission pan, which is actually over here. Now this one is not too bad because, you know, the exhaust pipe, it's actually on the way, but it's not enough, you know, to bother it to get it off. But what we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to take those bolts that goes around the pan, and we're also gonna have to loosen this one bracket. I don't know if you guys can see it, this one bracket. We have to loosen it out so we can actually have play and be able to move this out of the way and lower the pan down. Otherwise it's gonna be hitting that and we're not gonna be able to pull it down. So we're not gonna lose all of them up at the same time. We're gonna be losing just a little, like we're gonna be losing almost halfway the ones in the front, and then we're gonna be losing like a little the ones in the back, so the pan can actually be like leaning towards the back, and we're gonna be catching it on a little pan. So let's get to work now. Now that it actually slowed down a little, we're gonna take them off completely, you know, slowly. I'm gonna be using my impact, which makes the job much easier, like way much easier. Now you guys can see that the more I loosen it, the more spills out in the back. Okay. Now this is gonna get messy now, and the reason why I say that is because once I take all these off, it's probably gonna tilt my way and I'm gonna get dirty. So this thing is hot because, like I said, you know, we was just driving, So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a towel. I'm gonna get a towel so I don't get my hands wet. Now we should be able to get it off completely. It should just drop down. And then just catch the oil, transmission oil, and get it off the way. To remove the transmission filter, what you gotta do, you just gotta hold it. Now I'm using a towel because it's hot. Just hold it and pry it down on it. And try not to make a mess like I did. Okay, so I wanna start by removing one sensor. So what we have to do is we have to disconnect one cable. I wish I can press one in so I can see which one is the spring loaded, but that's not possible. So I'm gonna start by disconnecting the one going to the passenger side. So you just push that little tab, you know, the clip, and pull that harness out and get it out the way. And then it doesn't matter which position you on, you know. I want to say that I'd rather be like the way I am right now, so I can actually hold it in the back right here. And using this dental tools, we're gonna be using a pick fork or pick tool to get that one clip off. So holding that one sensor in the back and pulling the Jesus clip out. Jesus clip out, holding the sensor, and then you have to basically turn it to get it to come off. There you go, it's out. So the passenger side one is not loaded. We actually got it off already, as you guys can see. This is actually the shift solenoid. Not sure which one is it, if it's A or B, or if it's 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. But we got it off now. So we might be sitting this on this side, on the passenger side, so I don't get it mixed up. So now that makes me, well, that left me with the clue that the fact, you know, that the one on the driver's side is the one that is spring loaded. So again, you gotta disconnect that sensor, the harness. Also, since you guys disconnecting the harness, you might as well just check if the harness has an open circuit, you know, or anything. If it's not, then just get it out the way. Now this one, since the other one it wasn't spring loaded, I'm pretty sure this one it is. So we're gonna be doing the same process, getting the one just clip. I'm sorry, my head on the way. Okay, so I have it now. I'm gonna be pulling it down and hold that sensor in the back. Okay, the Jesus clip is right here. And then this one we have to turn it. But there you go. I can feel it. I felt it that the spring pushed me back. So I'm gonna be pulling it out just a little slowly. There you go. And you guys can see this is the other shift solenoid. So now if you guys want to go even deeper, what you guys can do, I'm gonna be sitting this on this side so I don't get it mixed up. What you guys can do, you guys can actually get a another pick fork and push that valve out so you guys can actually inspect it, you know, like a visual inspection. Or maybe you can use a magnet to push it out, but I don't feel like doing that, so I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. I do feel the valve, you know, sliding in and out easy, so I know that the valve is not stuck. So we're gonna be using the transmission. I got this from Napa. It's a Dextron 6 automatic transmission fluid. We're gonna be using this to lubricate the O-ring on the sensor. So you just want to get just a little, and then just oil it up so it can go in there nice and easy. Close close this up so you guys don't drop it and spill it. And then we're gonna be pushing it back in. So in this case, I'm gonna be starting off with the one on the passenger side. There you go. And then once you're able to get it in, first you want to start with the harness that like this, and then once you get it to push in, then turn it down. Turn it down, and then that's when you insert the Jesus clip on it. So I gotta find it. There it is. You gotta slide the Jesus clip till it clicks. There you go, it's in. So now I can let go of my hand and then just wiggle it out, you know, just try to move it, and it's in there nice and tight. So now you're gonna do the same thing with the other one. So now let's go ahead and do it. So, but you'll feel it once it's in. Like this one, I can let it go, it's not gonna come out because this one is not spring loaded. And then once it's in, just turn it facing down, and then like I said, I can let it go, but you know, it's just a habit, you know, like by holding it. Put the Jesus clip on until it clicks. There you go. And then just wiggle it, like try to pull it out. You can actually try to turn it and the Jesus clip is gonna stop it, so you know it's in. Same thing with the other one, you can try to turn it and the Jesus clip, it should stop it. Yep. So now that's how you know it's in. And then just plug the harness back in. Just plug it back up. Make sure it clicks. There you go. And then we got this other one. This other one is giving me a trouble. It doesn't want to go in. Let's try one more time. There you go. It's in. I didn't have it right enough, but it's in now. So now that we got this back off now, we're gonna get a towel and clean around it, clean all this up so we can put the gasket back, the seal. But before we do that, we gotta put the filter in, the transmission filter, then the seal, bolts, tighten it up, and then add the transmission fluid. Okay, so once I clean the magnet, and then once you guys clean up the transmission pan from the inside, then you guys are actually ready to put the seal, you know, on the top, the little gasket that come with it. Put it on the top of this transmission pan, and then lined up like 4 bolts, you know, one on each end to get it to lined up, and then finishing up, you know, putting the other ones. Okay, so now I actually decided to start all of the screws going into the gasket that goes around the transmission, and the reason why is because when I started putting the new ones, like the ones on the ends, you know, so I can get it lined up, when I started threading them on, it felt like it was going in by kind of like with a little force in it. So I was like, okay, so I'm having trouble putting it on outside of the transmission. I was like, I might as well just get the other one start off just a little, so I can get, you know, it'll be easier for me to screw them on over there in the transmission pan. So that's what I did. I got 4 of them sticking out, 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is gonna be the ones on each corner, and then we're gonna finish the other ones off, you know, by screwing them in all the way. So lift the transmission up and get it to lined up, and then start screwing one in. Now this one is in, and then I'm gonna start by screwing one on the back. First, you want to start doing the ones on the sides. Okay, so then you're gonna work your way around. Okay, so I actually pulled all my stuff out, you know, tools, pliers, anything. I pulled it out because we're gonna be bringing the car down back to the level so we can check the transmission. You know, we're gonna fill it back up and then we're gonna check it. So I just wanted to show you guys, you know, that everything is back on. That's the little bracket I was telling you guys it was bothering. So what I did, I put some channel lock pliers over here and I pushed it this way, like bend it. So now that everything is back on, I'll put the channel locks pliers in here and then push it back down so I can get it to line up again. But that's basically all I did. So now let's get the truck back to the ground and fill it back up and check the fluid level. So now we don't have to worry about checking the transmission level because we already know it's gonna be reading empty. So we're gonna be adding new transmission fluid. This is Dexron 6 automatic transmission for GM. And how much fluid am I adding? I'm gonna be adding 4 quarts of oil and 1 of Lucas. So in the meantime, just give me a minute, bear with me, and I'll come back once I finish. Okay, so that's 1, 3 more to go. Okay, so now that we have added the transmission fluid, I actually added 3 quarts of transmission and then the Lucas. So before I add the last one, I want to start the truck up, and then we want to go through all the shifters and you know, just to hear it, how it sounds, and then we're gonna go and check it while it's running to see if it needs some more. So first we're gonna go ahead and start. And then we're gonna start all the way from the bottom. So that's 1. And what we're looking for is to be able to feel the transmission shifting. Okay, so I did felt that one. I also felt that one. Yep. I can feel the truck when it moves a little. I can feel when it shifts. Now that one I didn't felt it, but I did heard the transmission shifting. So let's go back up to neutral. There we go. I heard the drive. Felt it. Felt it. Felt it. Yep. So we're going back to park. Now usually to check the transmission, you're supposed to put it on neutral, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then set your e-brake on. This one feels like it has no e-brake. It barely went down on its own. See how, look how easy that thing goes. Wonder if it even has e-brake. the shoes, you know. So now we're gonna be checking under the truck and make sure that it has no leaks. Okay, looks fine to me. I don't see no leaks. So now let's go ahead and check the transmission fluid. Okay, so I just finished adding the fifth bottle of transmission fluid, plus on top of the lubricate. So that's 6 bottles. And we can see, let's go ahead and clean it up. We can see that it's empty. It has no transmission fluid. So now we can see that the first dot is showing. So we're gonna add half of the second bottle. So that's gonna be 5.5, and then the lubricate. So that's 6.5. Okay, so we actually finished with everything. I just got my scanner hooked up, and I'm just waiting for the scanner to read it, so I can erase the codes. Now we got the 101 and then the 753. 101, it was a mass airflow sensor. I actually did not make a video for that because it's super easy. And then the P0753, you know, that's today's video. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be erasing the codes. Are you sure? Yes. Erase, and then it's gonna say it's done. And then I'm gonna turn the key off, pull the key out, put the key back in the ignition, turn it, and then start the truck. So now we're gonna leave it running while I clean the mess that I made down, you know, underneath the car, and then we're gonna go for a test drive. Okay guys, so I'm actually this is actually the next day. I'm actually on my way to work. You guys can see the mileage, and I'm not quite sure what's the mileage yesterday, you know, but you guys can see the mileage right now. And I just wanted to show you guys that the OBD, it's saying that only one computer is incomplete, which is the evap, but we still got 0 codes. So I'm actually on my way to get the safety and emissions right now to get it done and see if I can get it to pass. Now you can already see that the truck is gonna fail because of the windshield. Now tires, it does need tires really bad. They actually bald it, but I just want to get at least the emissions to pass, and then the safety, then I'll get that, you know, taken care probably tomorrow. But I just wanted to let you guys know, you know, this is just an update to let you guys know that everything is fixed now and the truck is ready for emissions to pass. But if you guys like today's video, make sure you give it a like. If you're not a subscriber, I'll, you know, consider you guys to be one of my other fans, you know, one of my other subscribers. And then if you have any questions, feel free to post them down in the comment section below, and then I'll try to answer them back as soon as possible. See ya.